Hello, it's orenjpiko, your 2D escape from the 3D woes. For today's video, I am doing a what type of friend are they? I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll kind of get into it. It's my first time doing this kind of video. I'm doing it for my illustration called Bird Brains here. And again, I just kind of like to give people maybe things that they can connect with my characters. I find that when I can connect with the character, it really just kind of lightens my mood and brings a smile to my face. So maybe that's something I can do for you as well. All right, so for this video, if you haven't gotten to know these characters, I do have a couple of videos out about them. Maybe I'll put some cards up throughout the video. But what I'm going to do is I have 6 criteria. So like, what kind of friend are you? Like, what kind of friend are you? I always have to use my notes because I'm not a good memorizer. What kind of friend are you on a fight? What kind of friend are you on a trip? What kind of friend are you hanging out at home? What kind of friend are you at school, at the beach, and when their friend needs help? So I'm going to kind of go over how all of these guys act in these kinds of situations. So I'm going to start off with, I feel like I always start off with the cardinal, and I'm going to do that again. So what kind of friend is our cardinal character here? So in a fight, as I mentioned in the art chit chat video, he starts the fights. He just gets worked up. Like, if you make him mad, he starts the fights and he gets into it, especially if it's for defending his friends, especially if it's for just like he sees someone doing something wrong. He is not someone to hurt innocent people, but like, if you bother him, rightfully so, if you bother his friends, he starts the fight. He just gets really into it. He's throwing hands. On a trip, what is our cardinal like on a trip? He's like that audio, like the spinning like a ballerina. He just goes along with whatever. He's not a planner. He just like spontaneous. He's like, okay, we're doing this, we're doing that. But then, if he sees something, he's like, well, let's do this, let's do that. He's kind of like, he doesn't plan anything. He goes along with stuff, but he will be the first person to also derail the plans just for something super duper random. So he is not very helpful on a trip. However, due to his spontaneity, sometimes on trips, especially in his little group, they might come upon something they never thought they would have seen before. So he is very spontaneous, doesn't help with the planning, and just kind of goes along with things. He's like, oh, this is where we're staying, this is where we're going. Wonderful. Okay, moving on. Hanging out at home. He's the type of friend when they're like, let's hang out at home. He's like, let's go somewhere else. Let's go do this. Let's play this. Let's go to this place. He's not like able to sit still. He doesn't want to, like, not that he doesn't want to, but if he can convince people to, he will convince people to leave home and go do something he finds more exciting and more fun. Moving on. At school, he's the kind of person who doesn't love doing schoolwork, and he'll always ask for the answers or the notes or just help with stuff because he's always leaving it to the last minute. He's not like conscientious about his studying. However, he is a good friend at school. He'll always make sure that like you're part of a group. People just naturally gravitate towards him, even though he can be a lot, but people like him generally. And when there's like groups and stuff, he'll make sure you're included. He tries to make sure things are fair, even though he might not be doing most of the work. He doesn't like to see that one person is forced to do all of the work. So he'll try. And he doesn't like when things are unfair. So he tries to make sure people are included. He tries to make sure people aren't taken advantage of. And yeah, he's asking people for answers though, and asking people for help with homework very often. So that's okay. He's still a good person at heart. All right, at the beach. At the beach, he is the person that is just running around. He's making new friends. He's joining people. He's like, hey, like, do you want to do some like beach volleyball? Or hey, can I join you for what you're playing? He's in the water. He's just all over the place, having the absolute most fun in his definition of fun. And when when his friends need help. So when his friends need help, he just rushes over without question. He doesn't even like get all the information. He's like, you need help? He's like, I'm there. Doesn't ask questions. And if you tell him about someone that like crossed you or someone who kind of gave you a hard time, he automatically hates them. He automatically hates them. He wants to fight them. He's like, oh, they gave you a hard time. Like, that's it. It's over. He'll never like them again. So when you need help with like, say someone's giving you a hard time, he will definitely be on your side. No questions asked. Maybe sometimes he should ask questions, but like he won't ask questions because you're his friend and he 100% believes in you. So he rushes over, no thoughts, no questions. He's there at 100%. to support you. So that's the kind of friend he is based on those 6 criteria. Moving on, let's go to our Robin. What kind of friend is he in these 6 aspects? All right, so our Robin character, who is he based on these 6 aspects? So I kind of touched on this briefly in the our chit chat, but in a fight, he is not the instigator. He tries to rationalize. He's like, okay, like, let's not fight. Like, we don't need to do this. Let's talk it out. Let's be logical. However, he's a good fighter. So if people don't listen, if people are being illogical, if people are going to hurt his friends, if someone innocent is going to get hurt, he will most definitely still fight. But he's always going to try to like use words first and be logical. So he's not the instigator. He doesn't egg people on. He's more like trying to stop the fight. But if he can't do anything, he will most definitely fight to protect his friends and innocent people. He's still a good fighter. All right. How is he on a trip? He's the planner of the trip. How did everyone get there? How were the flights booked? How was the hotel organized? How was the itinerary planned? He's doing the planning. He's getting everything done. He's very particular about everything. He's great at making lists. He's good at planning, very organized. So he is the planner of the trip, getting everything done. And much to his dismay, when his friend here is like, "Whoa, let's not do that. Like, let's go over there and do this." However, even though he might be like, oh my God, like I planned all of this, sometimes, as I mentioned, things will still turn out in a positive way and it might be more fun than they had imagined. So he's a little bit of a flexible, big planner who loves to just plan and organize. He is the planner of the trip. Hanging out at home. He loves being a good host. He loves making sure people have like snacks, people have drinks. Is everyone comfortable? Is everyone having a good time? He loves taking care of people and just kind of making sure the vibe is all great. And then he kind of does get annoyed when he's like, let's go somewhere, even though he just maybe made some snacks and drinks. But again, he'll still have fun and he still loves his friend. All right. How is he? See, because it's my 3rd time saying it and I wrote it down somewhere else and I can't remember the order. How is he at school? At school, he is very diligent. He's good at studying. He's the type of person that if you ask him for your notes, he's like, no, I'll teach you because you're not going to learn anything if you just copy my notes. So he'll still help, but he won't just flat out give you the answers. He wants to make sure you understand so that you're, building your knowledge and getting better at the subject. He's also the kind of person that he's not very loud and he can be quiet and he might be overlooked for getting into groups, and that's where he really admires people who loves to make sure that everyone's included. He also is not the kind of person to start conflicts. So sometimes he can be a bit of a people pleaser. So in group work where people might just shove all the work onto him, he might just say like, whatever, it's fine, it's cool, I'll do it. And that's again where he really appreciates his friends who likes to make sure that everything is fair and people aren't dumping all the work onto one person. So he is kind of a people pleaser. He just kind of wants to get stuff done. He's very diligent, very particular about things. But sometimes that can lead him to allowing people to take advantage. And that's why he really appreciates, again, having friends who don't let others take advantage of him. So he's that really diligent friend who gets good grades, wants to help you learn and not give you the answers. Sometimes can be shy, but is grateful for his more outgoing friends that can kind of make sure he's included in certain things. And how is he at the beach? At the beach, he loves just relaxing. He loves just like, again, making sure everyone has sunscreen, making sure everyone has like everything they need, but he's not like out running around. He's not like playing beach volleyball with like new people he hasn't met and his own friends. He's not really in the water. He likes just setting up, making sure food and sunscreen, UV protection is taken care of, and just kind of like relaxing, watching people have fun. He loves watching people have fun and making sure people are having fun. That is him maximizing his most fun day. And yeah, he's just very relaxed, very chill. And how is he when their friends need help, when his friends need help? So when his friends need help, I don't know why that sounded very weird for a second. He's very logical. He's a great listener. He wants to hear you out, get all the information, and he wants to help you come to a rational and logical decision. Sometimes, his friends are like, I don't need rational and logical. Like, let's just do something. he's like, wait, like let's think about it. So I think between all of them, they kind of help balance each other out because he can be maybe too rational and too logical sometimes, but that's kind of his way of approaching problems with his friends. He wants to make sure he gives them the best help, so he tries to like get all the information, be a great listener, and help them kind of come to the best decision that can be made or the best conclusion. So yeah, that's the kind of friend our Robin is. And last but not least, the Blue Jay. What kind of friend is our Blue Jay based on these 6 criteria? So again, our first one is it's upside down. In a fight, again, as I mentioned, tries to stop the fight, doesn't want to initiate fights, initiates the fights, and he like eggs on his friends. He's like, yeah, like let's fight. He might not be the person that like got the fight started, but he's ready to get into the fight nonetheless. He's ready to encourage his friends to fight and just kind of get up all in the action. So he is an encourager, we'll say. On a trip, he's very relaxed. He's very easygoing. He's not the planner. He's not one to like be super spontaneous. He appreciates that he plans and he just likes to be very chill. Like he's very bold and he can be very domineering, but at the same time he's very like calm and collected. So he's just kind of like, okay, like I like what you did. We'll go along with the plan. However, if on their travels he sees like a really cool fashion place, like maybe they have really nice watches or belts or shoes, he's like, wait. We have to stop and go there. That's kind of his one ask. He'll go along with the plans. He doesn't have any problem with going along with the plans, but if he sees somewhere he really wants to go, he will voice that and they will definitely stop to go see what he wants to see. How is he hanging out at home? He just likes to relax. He likes to chill. He's not like jumping around like our cardinal here. He's not that he's not a good host, but he likes just chilling. He likes just sitting. He's like, oh, we're gonna watch a movie? Sure. Oh, we're gonna like play a game? Sure. He just kind of goes along with it. But again, if there is something he wants to do, he will most definitely voice that and it will most definitely be done. But otherwise, he just is very chill and just kind of likes to go along with the flow. Next is at school. At school, he's the kind of person that doesn't study, kind of do the homework last minute when it needs to be done, when it needs to be handed in, but he still gets really good grades. So he's that person that kind of maybe annoys a lot of us the most. They don't need to study or do much, but they're still very smart and they still do very well. So he's the kind of person that if you ask him for his notes, if he's in a bad mood, he won't give it to you, or he'll give it to you at a cost. Like you got to give him, I don't know, a snack, you got to do him a favor. It's not for free, but he'll definitely give you the answers. But yeah, he'll still help you out at the end. You just got to give him something in return. At the beach, he is not really making sure everyone has UV protection. He's not, setting everything up for everyone. He's just, again, chill. He'll help if, people ask him to help. He'll chill with his Robin friend, read a book. But if the Cardinal friend is like, hey, like, let's go play beach volleyball with these guys, if he wants to, he will. He's the kind of person where, like, if he wants to, he will. Otherwise, he'll kind of just do his own thing, like hang out, or he'll go play games. It's wherever the wind kind of takes him, wherever the waves take him, we'll say. All right, when his friends need help, his bottom line is he wants to help you to become a more independent person. So he's not like, our cardinal friend here who will come in and just like do everything and be like, let's go. And he kind of finds like the Robin's way of approaching problems, like babying people a bit too much, like helping them too much. He wants to be a good combination of both. He wants to listen to you. He wants to like kind of advise you. He wants to like help in any way he can if it's something that he feels like he needs to do. But at the end of the day, he's more the kind of person to be like, well, what do you want to do? Like, what is it that you truly want to do? How do you really want to approach this? So he wants to kind of help you in a way that helps you to be stronger and more independent. So he is a great listener, he is a great helper, but he's not the kind of person to like reassure you in the sense that like when you're like, well, what should I do? He's not going to tell you like what to do. He's going to try to help you come to that conclusion yourself. So yeah, these are these are my 3 characters. This is kind of how they are as a friend in these like 6 areas. Let me know, like, who do you identify with? Are you more like the cardinal? Are you more like the robin? Are you more like the blue jay? Or are you a combination of some of them? Or is there like one area where you feel like you really identify with one person and an area where you identify with another? I don't know. What kind of friend are you? I feel like for me personally, I think I'm closer to the robin, I would say. I am very much like kind of a planner. I feel like I try to be logical, but then at the same time I feel like I can be very spontaneous. So I'm not sure. I think I kind of am a combination of all three. I think something that I know is for my own good, but that bugs me is like people like the blue jay who kind of like want to help me be more independent, and like if I'm like, okay, but what should I do? I'm the kind of person where I'm like, okay, but what should I do? Like, tell me what to do. And I know for my own good, I need to make a decision myself. So that's why I would just get really annoyed. But like, I know they're coming from a good place. I know they want to help me, but I would get really annoyed at people who are like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know what to do. That's why I'm asking. So I think that's something I kind of get annoyed about, even though I know it's like coming from a place of caring. But yeah, let me know. What kind of friend are you? Who do you identify with? If you are enjoying my content, if you enjoy my art, please subscribe. Thank you so, so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.